Okay, let's take a closer look at the Etek 3 LT. Now, this is the LT model. There's two different models out here. The LT stands for light. It got composite materials in it. However, there's only a few parts that are composite compared to the Etek 3 AM, which has all metal. Part number one is going to be your feed neck. This right here is composite, as well as your clamping collar is composite. Your eye covers on both sides of the marker are going to be composite. And the last thing that's going to be composite is your frame. So, but beyond belief, this composite, or Planet Clips calls it GRN, glass reinforced nylon, is actually incredibly strong. You know, you don't get that plasticky feel that you would with other plasticky or with other composite parts. So let's take a closer look at it, and this is going to be kind of the maintenance-y, taking apart part of the video. So let's take the barrel off here. I'm going to go point some major points off as we go along. This is the Shaft 3 Egos. You see this on Egos 10, 9. I think you see this on Ego 8 too, as well as, you know, your Geos. But this is a very nice barrel, extremely accurate. It's it's like .691. 691. Yep. It's a two-piece barrel, reverse threaded, and it flares out to about a 702 at the tip. You can buy other tips for it. See, this is the incredibly ported tip. It's got 4 rows of porting. There is a little anal wear on it, but that's just from a normal barrel. And it's a very nice barrel. Okay, so we're going to completely tear this gun apart. And why not, let's just start at the front and work our way back. So, forgive me, my finger is still kind of sore. It's got a broken growth plate in my index finger. So all you're going to need here is your tools and maybe a small pair of pliers. This is your LPR right here. It's going to convert your pressure from your HPR, which is at about 180 to about a 85 to 90 psi. It's quite easy to adjust. See, that's in there then. There's a little knob on the front that you can use to adjust it. So here's the LPR. That's how it works. Goes in like that. Okay. Let's take the reg apart. Take the macro line off. Quite simple. Twist it off. The nice thing about the Eteks above any of the other Egos is the QEVs. There are no QEVs in the Etek 3. So you're not going to have to worry about blowing a QEV diaphragm or anything. So this just comes off. There's no point in really disassembling this any farther because all there is a reg seat. But in here you have a spring, as well as your piston, and you have a hollow housing. Okay. So we'll move back to the feed neck. I was playing in a turret for Tipman vs. World on a tank, and I took a lot of shots to the gun. So I'm going to show you how to take apart your feed neck, just in case, you know, you take a shot to the feed neck, like I did. So let's take this off. It's always good when you're taking apart a gun to remember where you put these screws by kind of placing them above each other. Okay, that's going to take this off. And it's just going to pop right off your collar. And by twisting, you can take the actual collar itself off. Next we're going to move to the bolt. Just slides out really easy like that. And then we'll go to the eyes. This is a Cure 1 bolt. Standard now on the Egos is a Cure 3. Actually, I think the Ego 11 has a Cure 3 Plus. But it is the Cure 1, for those of you who are wondering. The only real differences between the Cure 1 and the Cure 3 are the way that they mill it. And that is because throughout the years they have improved it. They have a little bit bigger hole for the ball stack and a little bit bigger hole for the detents. And it's a little bit different on the inside. So let's take your To take the eye covers off, you have a screw here. Okay. Nice thing about what Planet Clip's done with these screws is they put a tiny bit of blue Loctite on it, which is another really cool thing Planet Clips has done to just show the quality of their markers. I'll take the grips off. Before I do this, let me check the battery level. Okay, I have a bad battery in here right now, so I'll go ahead and take these grips off so I can show you how to replace the battery. It's pretty simple. Just take the right hand grip set off. And another thing about these, you don't have to worry about screwing these screws in too far like you did on the Etek 1 or 2 and screwing them into the solenoid, possibly damaging your solenoid because they have little pins sticking out there, which is a really cool thing Planet Clips has done. I mean, they definitely stepped it up on this marker. I know I'm probably getting close to time limit, so there'll be another part of this movie. Just hit part 2 up in the corner if I'm getting too close. So I'm just taking the grip screws apart here. I'm going to go some general feature of this gun. You have a really nice SL3 high pressure regulator, same as on the Eagle 10. You have one of my favorite triggers out there, and that's the Planet Eclipse trigger. It's a magnetic trigger, so it's really nice. Of course, you have the Etek board here. Let's take the battery out. Always use really high quality batteries on here, none of the Rayovacs, to keep the solenoid in the best possible shape. They do fit snug on the Duracells. Okay, so here you got your trigger switch, you got your board here. If you ever need to take your board out or any of the things here, take an Allen key and lift up on these rubber bonnets here. Those just lift out and the board comes out. So a cool thing also that you'll notice on with the Planet Clips Etek, they have a little mini manual in here for your LED colors, your parameters, and your ranges. So now that we got that off, we are almost to a full naked Etek 3 LT. We're going to take the rammer out. So just take the back cap off, stick an Allen key down in there. Okay, there's the rammer. And then the last thing left is the OOPS on-off ASA, as seen on the Ego 8, 9, and 10. So, just take your piston out here. Okay. And then this just slides off, and there will be an O-ring that pops out. Oh, mine stayed in this time. And it just sits aside like that. And now you have fully disassembled, or pretty much almost fully disassembled your Etek 3 LT. The only thing left would be to slide the ASA off, take the board out, and take the solenoid out, which you can see the solenoid is right here for if you need to replace it. And that's the LT. I mean, so this is taking it apart. I'm gonna go ahead and put this gun together. Then I'm gonna give you the rest of the review, and we'll go to a shooting video next. So be right back.